Hello fight fans, welcome to VC guys, and if you're new to the channel, click the like and subscribe button. Subscribe.
Ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas, and when it come to it, I stop for my niggas. For nothing above them, we came from the gutter. Wooders and noodles, we came from the struggle. Pull out the chopper, these niggas imposters. Real street nigga, I'm preaching the gospel. Know that they mad that they couldn't stop us. Move like a unit compares to mobsters. Ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas, and when it come to it, I stop for my niggas. For nothing above them, we came from the gutter. Wooders and noodles, we came from the struggle. Pull out the chopper, these niggas imposters. Real street nigga, I'm preaching the gospel. Know that they mad that they couldn't stop us. Move like a unit compares to mobsters. Come ahead, hiding through all of the pain. They shot my nigga.
Yeah. Like I said before, if you're new to the channel, click the like and subscribe button, man. You know, Antonio Tarver, a legend in the sport of boxing. I guess a lot of you guys know about this guy anyway. Did an interview, a very recent interview by the way, where he talked about Eddie Hearn of amateur boxing being the reason why Anthony Joshua got defeated by Anthony Jr. and he also blamed Anthony Joshua's team. I would like to like us to hear what Tarver had to say before we proceed, man. Let's hear what he has to say, because they say sometimes the truth is very bitter, and some people don't tend to want to admit it, but I'm not one of those guys that don't admit it. You know what I mean? Let's hear what he has to say.
What do you think about the Joshua Ruiz fight?
It was great for boxing, man, and it just goes to show you that you put the hard work and dedication in, it pays off. I think Anthony Joshua, whole team, man, they didn't pay attention to detail. His trainer, I think his manager and promoter failed him. They had their heads so high in the sky, they couldn't see what was happening right in front of them. The man didn't prepare to win. He didn't prepare to defend. He wasn't mentally strong enough, and he wasn't physically capable to go through a whole fight with a guy pressing him like Ruiz. Why is that? When we've seen him get off the ground against Klitschko, we've seen him what he did against Dylan White. They just took this guy lightly, and that's what happens sometimes when you don't pay attention to detail when you're a trainer, manager, and a promoter. They all fail Anthony Joshua, period.
So you say Eddie Hearn failed Joshua?
Yeah, he was so busy promoting, he didn't take a look at his fighter and see that his fighter was unprepared for a real heavyweight fight. They know that in sparring, they know that in training.
When you say unprepared, do you mean that specific fight or just any heavyweight
No,
fight?
unprepared for that specific fight because we take one fight at a time.
Okay.
You can't beat Deontay Wilder until you get in the ring with Deontay Wilder. You can't beat Tyson Fury until you get in the ring with him. You gotta handle your business with what's in front of you. In every fight, it's a different game plan. Every fight, because you're fighting someone differently. And you gotta be able to execute that new game plan just as well as you did the fight before. You're only as great as your last fight. And right now, the jury is still out on AJ, Anthony Joshua. He gotta go back to the drawing board and correct a lot of things. If they don't correct some things and they do the same thing, they can expect the same results. He needs change. He really does. He needs a teacher in his corner. Somebody that can teach him the difference and show him the technical aspect of this game.
How you think he fares in a rematch?
I just told you, if they do the same thing, you're gonna get the same results. It's on Anthony Joshua now.
Word. I guess a lot of you guys had that. In fact, all of you guys had that. Listen, word Anthony Tarver has stuttered. Okay, just stuttered is the pure fact. After Joshua's team fade him, his trainer Rob McCracken, how you want to pronounce it? Well, I think YB call him something else, man. So he faded him because they were Listen, remember listen, I did a video about Joshua overlooking dangerous Andrew Jr. because during the build up to that fight, it was all about water, 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 fury, water. Nobody talked about Andrew Jr. Nobody. Joshua's trainer, Rob McCracken, should have went to the drawing board and, do a research about Andrew Jr., then prepare for that style. And also, a lot of my guys suggested that Joshua should have, cancel that event. I don't think that is necessary, but at least after selling those tickets, maybe fighting a bum would have been nice. Okay, no, because Andrew Jr. is not a bum. I knew this. He's not a bum. He's not a bum, but he's not elite either. Andrew Jr. is good, but he's not elite. He's not an elite athlete. Nah, he's not what you call an elite. A guy who could not knock out Rafael Zubanilov is not elite, because a guy like Vladimir Klitschko will toy and knock those guys out. And Joshua did stop Rafael Zubanilov brutally. Okay, and also, listen, I mean, you just heard it from Antonio Tarver. Joshua needs experienced, prisoners, not just experienced, but guys who are going to put heat on them. Just like Tyson Fury got schooled by his uncle, Peter Fury. Peter Fury disciplined Tyson Fury. I mean, without Peter Fury, Tyson Fury wouldn't be able to possess the skills that he possessed around. Even if Tyson Fury has been a fighter all his life, but this skill set that he has right now was developed by his uncle Peter Fury, and Peter Fury was always hatched on Tyson Fury. What do you think? They had some misunderstanding, an argument, because Peter Fury was hatched on him, and some fighters needs that. So Peter Fury disciplined Tyson Fury to get the best out of him. And now Tyson Fury is a natural born boxer, a natural fighter, a natural developed boxer who can go to any ring and just do the same stuff again to anyone, because he's already been developed by Peter Fury, and then he mastered the style. It's one thing developing a style and then mastering it. Joshua is trying to develop a Klitschko type of style, but hasn't been able to master it. So Joshua should have just stuck with his former style, his regular aggressive style, and master it. Whether you lose or not, at least is your style. Then you develop, you learn, you develop it, add some tools to it, and not just change your style completely. So people saying that Joshua should fire his whole team and Rob McCracken are not wrong, and I cannot actually defend his team, especially at the end of amateur boxing. I'll try to defend him, but I cannot defend him no longer, man, because even if Joshua has already lost, the story is past now, but it still hurts, man. I just rewatched the bout again for the 50th or 60th time, I don't know. I watch that fight every goddamn minute. Whenever I have some few minutes left, I go watch that bout, the highlights. Just Joshua did a whole lot of things wrong. He wasn't really prepared for Gala and Virginia, and he showed that he looked past and Virginia, plus the concussion he had in sparring, against Joey Daweko, in sparring, because Joey Daweko has not denied it. It is true, that happened. So all the stuff played a part. Joshua ring work was not motivating. Okay, chewing his mouthpiece. Joshua went to the ring, laid on the ropes, relaxing. Joshua has never been like that. So everything was wrong, and it all affected his performance. And also, you saw the effect. So Joshua, like Anthony Tarver just stated, Joshua will have to go back to the drawing board and prepare. You cannot beat Deontay Wilder until you get in the ring with Deontay Wilder. You cannot beat Tyson Fury until you get in with Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? You don't even have to think about them. Even if they ask you about Wilder and Fury, because Joshua, I mean, I'm not saying they look past Regina, but he thought he was just gonna go in there and blast Regina High with combinations. I actually thought this bout we either go to 7 or 6 rounds, before something happened. But my imagination, came out different. Like, my thoughts were that, listen, Joshua will take this guy to 6 or 5 rounds and then stop him. But Joshua ended up getting stopped himself. So, I mean, listen, Joshua has a very huge team, man. They need to listen. I know Joshua is trying to readjust, and that is good, because he tells me that he's really ready and willing to learn from his mistakes. And people are saying that, listen, maybe the Miami, lifestyle got to him. I don't think so. I mean, Joshua is a guy who will live life regardless. I just think the main reason why he lost that bout, one, the concussion that he had in sparring, 8 days prior to the bout, and 2, the lack of focus, lack of concentration. And also, I cannot blame him. I have to blame the coach, Robert McCracken, because you going in against a fighter like that, you've got to prepare, get someone like Chisora to spar you, guys that come like, listen, Andre's Janet rematch is going to come with fire. Listen, it's going to come with fire. He's going to want to knock out Joshua again, but that will be to Joshua's advantage, because Joshua, if he learns from the last fight and take it serious, Joshua is going to set a trap for Andrew Jr. to fall into. He might end up hurting Andrew Jr. the same way Andrew Jr. hurt him in the 3rd round. Remember, Joshua did not get hit on the chin. That was not what happened. People are saying that he has no chin. You guys are crazy. Go watch the fight back. Joshua did not get it on the chin. So, I mean, I'm Steve very frustrated. Steve very sour. Steve very shocked. But one thing is certain. Joshua is back in the lion mode again. In his lion mode, no one beats him, man. Listen, no one beats him. No man born on this planet beats him when he's in his lion mode. So right now, it's switched on, and he's ready and willing to show the world that he is the real deal. I mean, if Joshua becomes a 2-time unified heavyweight champion, wow, that would be so goddamn amazing, man. I cannot wait for the unified heavyweight king of the whole goddamn universe, as Joshua, to step in there and correct his mistakes, man. And Rob McCracken has to do better. Every fight you have, listen, you must study your opponents. Don't overlook any opponent. Don't look past any opponent, and don't talk about any Wilder or Fury fight until you get past your opponent. That's all I have to say for that, guys. If you thoughts below, like the video, share, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Go follow me on Instagram at Boxing Block Center. Follow me on Facebook at Boxing Block Center. Okay, and of course on Twitter at Boxing Block. Stay blessed, guys. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Stay hungry.
The top of these niggas imposters, real street nigga, I'm preaching the gospel. Know that they mad that they couldn't stop us, more like a unit compared to mobsters. Coming head high through all of the pain. They shot my nigga, put 2 in his brain. Really took losses, nothing the same. Baking the beef, but I can't entertain. No cap, I had to fuck up a check. 100K large, I reverse out of debt. Put up a bag and they think they a threat. Send my little nigga the company next.